today to see a 77-year-old man pole vaulting. Now, not just any 77-year-old man, we're here to see Mike Bull, the famous pole vaulter who got 2 Commonwealth gold medals for pole vault and decathlon, who's been known as the greatest vaulter to come out of the United Kingdom and who has so many records, it's unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, I pulled it off because I was drifting to the right.
Okay.
And I don't usually drift to the right, but I think, okay, that's probably the best to end up on.
All right, good job. We're ready.
So, we've seen the famous Mike Bull in action, wasn't that amazing? And it was also wonderful to watch young Jamie, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more of him in the future too. Now we'll head back to studio, where Mike is going to show me what helps us as seniors to get fit round the table. Welcome to this edition of Fit Round the Table, where we explore developing our fitness for later life with some of the foremost experts available in this field. Today we're joined by Dr. Mike Bull, double Commonwealth gold medalist, Olympic Games finalist, Masters Athletics World Champion, former TV presenter, university lecturer and fitness coach for both the Ulster and the Irish rugby football squads. Mike, I'm so delighted you've joined us to fit round our table here at NVTV. And let's just launch straight in. What's the key ingredient for getting fit for life in older age?
I really think that one of the advantages I have is that I never stopped. A lot of people retire, you know, they've had the sport, they've had enough of it, they want to retire. I never really retired, you know, I just kept going at a different level, at a lower level. But I mean, we get sent these cards every anniversary of the Olympics, which they're very nice gold-plated cards if you're a member of the British Olympic team. And it says on it, once an Olympian, always an Olympian. And I think that encapsulates the mental sort of attitude towards it. I probably couldn't exist without exercise. I'm as addicted to it, you know, as any other favourable addiction could be. But the arguments for and against are so overwhelming nowadays from a health perspective, not just the fitness, because people get confused, you know, fitness and health are not identical, they overlap obviously. But the ways in which, as you get older, you can improve your fitness are well documented, you know, they're well tabulated in all the university research going on. There are tremendous benefits from just keeping moving, and keeping moving is really the important key.
And I guess the hard thing to do is to motivate yourself not to grab the slippers at retirement age and head straight to the sofa.
Yeah, or even, you know, to walk the dog, you know, it isn't enough, because the value, and even with the older citizens, the value of exercise can only be achieved if it's progressive. You know, the walk around the park, which is the same walk around the park you've done for 10 years, loses its fitness. It may be quite good for your brain and all that, and for your well-being emotionally, but for your fitness levels, it's quite specific how you improve your fitness. There are four things that you can do. You can improve your strength, you can improve your stamina, endurance, you can improve your speed, even at our age, and you can improve your suppleness. So 4 S's of fitness, and they belong to all ages, and we can address them.
And of course, most people assume at our age, and because there's only 2 or 3 years between us, that we can't do things like run or jump or climb or those sorts of things.
Yeah. I got a lot of attention for pole vaulting at, I think it was 75, whenever I my last little splurt. And it was only because people thought that, well, you know, there are certain things you could do. You could imagine someone, you know, putting the shot or swimming or getting on a bike at 75, no problem, there are loads and loads. But that kind of impactful thing, you know, actually running fast, because you can only do it if you run fast, and taking off on the joints is a big challenge. And for me, that was the main challenge, was getting enough conditioning and training in to keep the joints supple and the muscles elastic.
And the gift in your early training was
Yeah.
the gift of those mattresses. That must have been fabulous.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they were being developed in America, and I had a scholarship to America when I was very young, straight out of grammar school, went to Illinois University. So I saw what the rest of the world were doing, and we were still, living in the previous century. So one of the big breakthroughs I had was in the shipyard, when the shipyard lent me a big warehouse to train for the Mexico Olympics, and I went from obscurity really to 10th in the world, just because I had somewhere to practice. But I had nowhere to land whenever I first set it up, with my dad and Tom McCauley, who really helped me as well. So the dockers all were very interested in what was going on. They would come around and watch this guy getting ready for the Olympics, and what's he going to do, and what are you going to land on? I said, well, I've got a few old sacks of foam rubber and stuff like that. I said, could you use a few mattresses? What happened? Within the hour, there were 50 mattresses from ship refits, which made probably the best vaulting landing area in the whole world. Great story.
Absolutely fabulous story. The story for us, though, is how we motivate people in our age group who maybe haven't done a whole lot of exercise in their lifetime to start and to keep progressing.
They've done a lot of stuff in America, in the Harvard Medical School, with introducing people who had never exercised to exercise at the age of 80. And they found that they actually will receive just as much benefit at that age from doing, and one of the exercises they chose was a quadricep one, a thigh exercise, to exercise the thigh muscles, and just straightening the leg. It's called a leg extension, using resistance, light weights and loads. And they got something like between 20 and 30% improvements in the muscular efficiency over a period of time. So I guess the message from all that kind of research that's going on at the minute is it's never too late. There's a great friend of mine still competing in the Mr. Universe competitions, and he's 88. Eric Dowie from Bangor, 88.
88,
and
wow.
He can't wait for his 90th birthday.
The hard thing in our age group is maintaining core strength, maintaining quadricep strength, so we don't fall over.
Yeah.
So that exercise that you just quoted.
Yeah, it's important. I'll hope to show you some of the kind of things you can do, even without sophisticated equipment, to keep the core, to keep the leg strength and the upper body flexibility.
Okay, why don't we just do it?
All right, let's go. Right, we're going to do a warm-up. Let's go.
Okay.
The first thing to do really is a gentle warm-up. And in the confines of the kitchen, we can't cycle or run or anything like that, but we can do steps and add a little bit of balance into it. This is one of my favorites. Just try it, Mike. Remember, it's left arm and right knee. So left arm and right knee, and just step. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and get into the swing of it. 4. We'll do 10, 6, 7. That's good. 8, 9. Now hold the 10th one. Right?
Okay,
Falling away.
that's
Me too.
hard.
And again, we'll do the other side this time. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5. It looks so simple. 7, 8, 9. Now the other side. Ready? Balance. Balance.
That is not easy.
Balance.
That is not easy.
Balance. And down. So if you do that like 5 or 6 times, it obviously activates the heart and raises your heart rate slightly in preparation. Is
it good to stop for that at the end and try and hold it?
Oh, definitely. And try and do a 10-second hold, which is what I try and do. And you'll eventually be able to do 20 or 30 or 40. And then you can pick it up higher and higher and higher and higher.
Until we fall over.
Until you fall over.
Okay.
But that's the balance. So balance is crucial. But that, if we did like a series of that for just about a minute or so, it would just get the blood pressure up, the heart rate up, and ready for exercise. The first exercise we're going to do is some stretching on the floor. So let's get down and do it. And we're going to do a knee to chest. First exercise is getting onto the floor.
Absolutely.
Pick your left knee up and grasp it, and then just tug it in and hold it for a few seconds. Pull the toe back and relax and down. Other side. Right knee in, pull it in, good. Hold it for a few seconds. Up and down. Double, both feet together. Just tuck in, pull into your chest, and down. Well done. Little crossover, bent knee, crossover gently, stretches the lower back. Other side, same thing. just gently over with the right. Hold and back. Now, pull the heels back. This is a gentle hip pop, just for the pelvic girdle. Just pop up your hips and down. Don't hold it too long. Just do 5, 2, 3, good, 4 and 5. Excellent. On your knees, and we do a gentle lower back exercise, which is called hump and hollow. Put your chin on your chest, round to your back, round it, and then look up at the ceiling and hollow your back. So it's hump and hollow, hump and hollow. Hump, 4 and hollow. One more. Hump and hollow. Okay, on your feet. How was that?
That was good.
All right.
Good, yeah.
So we'll just go through the body parts now. We'll try and do a shoulder exercise first.
Okay.
So can we use our weights, our state-of-the-art,
Of course. State-of-the-art
our
weights.
state-of-the-art weights?
Absolutely. Oh,
All I want you to do with these, Mike, is
Okay.
just, it's called an alternate dumbbell press. So it's one arm at a time, overhead, and we'll do 5 each side. I'll count. 3, good. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 2 more, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, well, the other thing I want to do is complementary exercise for the chest, and we can use our kitchen table for that.
okay. We sure I can get back off the table again after
I'll
this?
catch you. So overhead,
Okay.
touch them in together, bend your elbows slightly, breathe in, and just sweep wide in a flying movement. 1 and back, that's good. And 2 and back. Breathe in as you go down, breathe in and out. 3, probably feel your chest muscles stretching at the side. That's good, good. Couple more. And 1 more. Well done. Okay. Right, the major muscle group in the body is the quads and the glutes, hips and thighs. Terrific exercise. We use our kitchen chair, and it's a squat exercise to touch the chair. So supposing you start in the touching position, so you're just sitting, hands on thighs. I'm going to ask you not to push down on your thighs, so we'll actually put our hands down by our thighs and just stand up to there. That's 1 and down and up. Now that's a squat exercise. A test is if you can do 10 in 10 seconds. You should be able to do 10 in 10 seconds.
At my age?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Ready?
You're running the watch? Okay.
And go. 1, 2, 3, touch down. 4, good. 5 seconds. 7, 8, 9, and 10 in 11 seconds. So you can improve that. When you get used to it, you can improve it. Did it feel okay?
Did you notice me speed up towards the end?
Yes, let's go quicker. But if you were doing 20 of those, you would notice it. Yeah.
I already feel it.
It's a tough exercise. Yeah. Okay. Right. Move from the legs to specifically to the arms. Bicep alternate again. So it's 1 arm at a time. The arm biceps do the curling, and you're curling your little finger up towards your ear, but no arm swinging.
No
just
swinging.
Everything nice and controlled.
Okay.
And again,
And
we'll do
it's quite slow up.
everything nice and slow and steady. I mean, there are some people who just concentrate on the slowness of it, but make sure you go the full range, Mike, all the way down. Straighten that left arm all the way. Good. That's better. Good. So you do a full straight movement, and that's the biceps main pulling movement for the main pulling muscle for the body. And 1 more on that side, and relax. If the way that the muscles work in the body and when you're exercising they're called agonist and antagonist. So your agonist muscle in that exercise is your bicep, as I've said. It's doing the work. But at the back, there's an antagonist. It's called the tricep, and it stabilizes the joint. When this shortens, this one lengthens. And the whole body is made the same way. The calf, the muscle here, chest, back. That was a muscle for the agonist, the bicep, right? Its antagonist is tricep. And this is the exercise for it. Leaning on the table, elbow held high, and stretch back. Try that. So it's on here. Just relax your muscles on your knees and straight back. Now it's important to get a lockout with your elbow at the start, and keep that elbow high as you let the can drop. Don't let that's better. That's like a pivot joint. Good. 3.
Mike, I wouldn't like to be trying to sneak anything past you.
4.
It wouldn't work.
5. No, you're doing good. 7. 8. All right, try the other side. See if there's a weak side and a strong side. This is your left side. Elbow high. That's your starting point, and then bend. And keep that. Good. 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and stop. Well done. That's fine. They were good. They were good.
Thank goodness I'm not driving home tonight.
Biceps and triceps will be tired. But if you do enough of those, it will be, you will feel it there. Okay. Finishing movements, we want to do some core. And the muscle groups around the torso, the abdominals, the erectors the abdominals at the front and the erectors at the back. But first of all, I want you to try a side bend movement first. And this is for the obliques at the side, feet apart, free hand behind head, and that arm straight, and you're just side bending and back to the middle. And this is a must for all the golfers. Good. It works what used to be called in non-woke days the love handles at the side, which we don't have any of those. Change, other side, same thing, and it's just stretched down to the side, and you can do multiple repetitions of this. You'll start with 10 and go to 15 and 20 very, very quickly, and that works. That. Stop, 2 hands together, and a similar exercise, a little bit different from the side bending, is a twisting movement, which is to there, middle, and to there, middle, to there, middle. Keep your head looking straight ahead and let your body do the turning. Good. There. Same thing, this is working external obliques, love handles as we call them. Good for your golf. All right, on the ground. I said we'd finish with a couple of specific core exercises, and these are the ones that I use. Now, they are quite tough, so we'll just do them gently. The first one's the plank. Everybody knows how to do the plank. So face down, and we're just going to hold like that. If you can hold that position for 10 seconds, you win a prize.
And you've got the stopwatch already running,
Well done.
please? Is it?
Yes, it's
Is
on.
the stopwatch running? I don't believe you.
3, 2, 1, and off. That's good. What you're trying not to do in that one is to pike. So you don't want your bum up in the air, you want everything nice and flat and stay. When you get good at it, you can lift 1 foot off the ground and hold that again for 20, 30, or 1 minute even, you can do it. Same on the other side, both on the other side. But to do it properly, you do it on 4 sides. So you've got to be able to do that on your side. So this is the side one, like that, and you're perched on your elbow, hand on waist, and you're just holding. So 1 foot on top of the other. Well done.
You noticed the cheat already.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. This is your classic core routine. 4 sides to it. Don't poke your bum out. Keep it in. 3, 4, 5. Well done, Mike. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the next one is the pole vaulter's delight, which is the only other position you have left, which is the back position. So you're in that position, and your head is back, and you're holding the same thing.
Okay.
Tummy tucked in on your heels. Let's see. Good. Yeah, relax your neck muscles. You can look back at the ceiling. Good. Pop your hips up. Don't let them sag. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Excellent. You've passed the test. The real test is getting out of bed tomorrow morning. If you can do that, phone me.
I will, whether I
Good.
get it or
You
not.
did well. Brilliant.
Mike, that was absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. I felt it.
Felt it.
But a very stretching set of exercises. But good to build up to, and then good to build on from.
And you can do it in the kitchen.
And you can do it at your own kitchen table.
Yeah.
So we can get fit round the table. Now at this point in the programme we seek expert nutritional advice from Dr Catherine Hughes. Catherine is a very experienced nutritionist. Her speciality is in nutrition for seniors, and we're delighted to have her expertise here on Fit Round the Table. Catherine, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks very much, Mike. I'm delighted to be here.
Not a problem at all. Tell me, we've got a lot of things that we need to look at in terms of nutrition for seniors, but let's start at the beginning. Where should we be looking today? So
it's really important when we're moving into older age that we try and maintain our muscle mass. If we start to lose muscle, we're at an increased risk of falls and breaking bones. And as we grow older, we do start to lose a little bit of muscle, but we need to try and maintain it. What I say, if you don't use it, you're definitely going to lose it. Alongside our exercise for building our muscle or maintaining it, we need to think about protein. Older adults need really high quality proteins in their diet to try and maintain their muscle. So high protein things like lean meat, fish, dairy products, legumes. If you follow a plant-based diet, then things like tofu, soya, microprotein, which you might see in the corn type products. Also yogurts, cottage cheese is a great source of protein as well, and eggs.
One of the very hard things when people get older, sometimes they end up on their own, and sometimes they just really can't be bothered to cook a full meal such as you're describing. What are the easy outs in that situation?
Okay, so we would always say, number one, focus on food, but we realise when people are frail, they might have some functional disabilities that makes really preparing food difficult. You might have a decrease in appetite as well. If you really are stuck and you think that you're not getting enough protein in your diet, things like trying to incorporate some chicken. The egg is a great thing because it's so versatile. You could add eggs into your breakfast because there's not a lot of protein normally in breakfasts. If you've got a really reduced appetite, you could buy a protein bar and cut it into 4 and take little snacks throughout the day. That'll give you nearly half your protein requirements for the day. Or you could take those high protein yogurts. If you're overweight, you're best to go for the low fat option. But if you're struggling with weight and you're a little bit underweight, go for the creamy full fat versions, and that will really try and maximize your protein intake to keep those muscles strong.
What about things like, say, peanut butter? Does that help?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can put in peanut butter. Cottage cheese is the best one if you like that. A small pot of cottage cheese will provide a huge amount of protein into your diet. And eggs, you can put eggs in your diet across the day. And we don't have to stick to that rule that we would have heard in, the 80s, 1 egg a day. That's no longer based on science. You can incorporate eggs right across the day, but also those high protein products if you're really struggling to meet your protein intake, because we find it's these high quality proteins that older people need. If you're on a more plant-based diet, the higher quality proteins are in animal type foods. If you're on a plant-based diet, make sure you're eating a wide variety of plant-based foods to ensure you're getting the wide range of proteins that you need to maintain your muscles.
Ideally, how much protein should I be consuming every
day?
It
depends on body weight. So if you are, they estimate that they do it by body weight, but if you're about 60 kgs, it's 45 grams of protein. If you're 70 kgs, it's about 56 grams of protein. So you need to be in and around that every day. And so, if you are eating on your own, it can be difficult because the motivation for cooking can actually diminish. So you need to think about, your meals and planning them out a little bit.
So for those of us who are still in old money, what we're talking about is half a quarter of a pound a day.
Yeah,
approximately.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's great. That sounds really easy. Catherine, just before we close, have you got a hot tip in protein? A hot tip.
The hot tip: use the egg. Eat some chicken, and if you can take cottage cheese, take that as well to boost your protein.
Catherine, that's fabulous. Absolutely painless, and we really look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
That was a fabulous set of exercises from Dr. Mike Bull. I'm worn out. In fact, I'm going to go and lie down in a darkened room for a wee while. Also, a great set of nutrition advice from Catherine Hughes. Please join us next time for our next edition of Fit Round the Table, where we will help you to get fit round your own table.